Hi, welcome to my channel, Houston to LA. I'm Patricia Tone, and today my topic is you will have struggles in life, but don't let that stifle you from moving forward, right? We all go through things. It's just impossible not to go through some type of struggle, strife, regret, sadness, etc. But what we cannot do is allow that to stop us from moving forward. We have to figure out what happened, break it down, figure out how to get through it to come out on the other side, which can be very difficult when you're going through the madness, right? For me, I still feel hoodwinked. I don't care what y'all say. I feel hoodwinked from going back to college, right? So I go back to college thinking that that was going to be my saving grace to landing the job I want, working in the field that I chose, and being able to be comfortable for the rest of my life, you know, working, saving, traveling, all of that. And the opposite happened. I graduated and we went into a damn recession. So I was like, what the hell is this? This ain't even fair on no level, Lord, not any level. And so in that time after graduation, I was homeless. I was sleeping in my car. I was out here all by myself. And on top of that, Los Angeles was having one of the worst rainstorms ever. So I was sleeping in my little 1999 Geo Metro hatchback. I put that seat down. I was laying in the back of it, and baby, that rain was fierce. It was cold. It was brutal. And I was crying every night. I just could not believe that all of this was happening, because my plan was, see, I used to want to work at the movie studios, as did everybody else. And so a couple times I had some interviews, and these were at two different film studios. And so when I got to the interview, they didn't know I didn't have a college degree. And so at that time, that was a major requirement for working at film studios. You had to have a college degree. And so I could never get in. I had temped at them through temp agencies, but I could never get hired through the film studio directly because I didn't have a college degree. And so I put that on the back burner. And fast forward, going through life, jobs, and all this. One year I decided to go back home and start over, right? As we all try to do in life at some point. And I went back to school. So when I got the bachelor's, and I'm excited and everything, we get a new president. The world goes into a recession. Nobody's hiring. And I couldn't find a job. Could not find a job. This was on the beginning brinks of social media becoming very popular. And back then I was doing videos about my life and sleeping in the car and everything. And people were looking down on me like a little peasant. The stuff y'all see today, I was doing in 2009. Okay. Following me here and there, taking folks through the days and journeys of my life. And it was so frowned upon that I lost the majority of my friends. They were so embarrassed to even be seen with me, you know. And I was like, wow, really? Do you know I'm the same person that blah, 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 blah. And I just felt so alone and so isolated. But I had this, or I have this thing about me where it's like, I will not be defeated, and I will not be defeated mentally. Okay. I don't care what else going on around me. I don't care. As long as I'm in my right mind, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm poor. I know I'm poor. A lot of people poor. Yeah, I'm fat. I might even be ugly. I might even be silly. I might even be whatever. But I'm in my right mind. And that's one thing I've always stood firm on for myself. When I look in the mirror at myself, I have to tell myself, you all right. You not cray cray. You don't need no medicine. You don't need no pills. You don't need no alcohol. You okay. You're okay. So sit down, think about your next steps, right? Because I always had this thing, Superman is not coming. Oh, that documentary just rang so loudly in my brain when I saw that, right? Superman is not coming. You have to be your own superhero. You have to save yourself. It's just like they say when people are on drugs, they are not going to get off drugs until they want to get off drugs for themselves. And that's how I feel about life. Yes, there will be people from time to time to help you out or whatever, and you'll be very appreciative. In the end, we have to figure out how to save ourselves. And that is hard. It's hard when you're alone. It's hard when you're by yourself. It's hard when you feel all the defenses hitting you at the same time. It's very, very, very hard. And nobody wants to really hear it. Nobody really cares. And so you have to sit in solitude to figure out your next move to get you out of it. Most of the time when I'm going through my things, it's financial. It's being laid off from a job, being terminated from a job, something from a job. And it's just the weirdest thing, you know. I've been on so many jobs where I've just been fired for how I look, how I dress, what my hair looks like. I've always had people, I was I was at one job, and this was in entertainment, and the lady said, "Ooh, you always comb your hair every day." Wait, what? I, I can't comb my hair in the morning. I have never forgotten that. Ooh, you always just gotta have your hair combed. Everybody comb their hair in the morning. Yeah, the stupid stuff like that. Lately I go through people looking at me because now that I'm wearing reading glasses, doing social media, I like to be color coordinated up in here. You know, I like my glasses to match my outfit, to match my lipstick shades, to, you know, match whatever. That's just who I am. I've always been that way. I grew up around fashion. I grew up around hair. I'm a hairstylist. Colors have always been a part of my life. I was a hell of a hair colorist when I was a hairstylist for every nationality. When I worked at Regis in Vegas, baby, my line was long for highlights and colors. And I am a color person. I love colors, you know, and people have an issue with that. It's like while you all are worried about somebody else and how they roll and how they operate, that's the time you need to be working on yourself. Okay, you need to be working on yourself. Now, here's what I've noticed: most people who are going through struggles tend to focus the negative energy toward other people instead of sitting down to be still, to make lists, to figure out how to get out of their struggles. And I do that all the time. It's just like sometimes I have to shut my brain off, like you shut the computer off, because I'm always thinking about this. How can I do this? Where can I go from here? What street do I need to turn down over here? What highway to take over there? You know, it's like I'm in constant thinking mode of how to finish this journey I'm on and how to make it a happy journey despite the ups and downs, despite the struggles. The main thing I've also told myself is that I'm not going to let people turn me into a mean old biddy. Everybody negative, everybody mean, everybody wants to see you fail. Everybody loves when you're struggling, when you're down and out, and some of y'all get this excitement to see other people fail, hit rock bottom. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. And that's my, what's the word I'm looking for? That's my pledge of allegiance to myself, not to become a mean, negative old biddy, not to become what my environment may be at the time. And that really is almost everywhere. But to be honest, the more you focus on where you want to be and how you want to be, that's what's going to start coming to you. And it may take a while sometimes for you to readjust and re-energize your vibrations to bring those type of people around you. It still can happen. I will never not continue to manifest smart, happy, brilliant, creative, compassionate, kind, generous, trustworthy, honest people around me, because that's who I am. Anybody that knows me knows that's who I am. And in this day and age, again, we are faced with so many challenges, especially with our political and government issues in this world right now. But as I said, I'm going to find a way to be happy. I'm going to find a way to, I really am in a very good headspace of, okay, this happened. I'm not finna stress out about it because God has brought me out before. I'm still here. And so my friend, she she brought it up the other day. She was like, you ain't worried about nothing. Nope, I ain't worried about nothing. That's my mantra for 2025. I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. And the pastor of Lily Grove Church in Houston, he had somebody posted a clip of him saying that at one of his sermons, and my whole body just started, yes, yes, yes. It just immediately connected because that's what I had told myself. And then to hear it from him and the way he said it and the richness in his voice and the deepness in his voice and the repetition of the word, of the phrase, I was just so elated. I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. The confidence in it. I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. I mean, I listen to that daily, because it's the truth. There was a point in my life I'd be, why? I hate it's taking me that long to realize this. I do. Now, I have done it from time to time, but I would always ease back into that depression and into that crybaby mode and into that why me mode. And baby, I'm too old now. I'm like, I ain't worried about nothing. If I have to go back to Texas again, I'm packing my stuff. I'm rolling out of Cali, okay? Because I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. And again, I was talking to one of my other friends, and this was a couple of months ago. I was like, what if I do have to go back to LA? I had gotten fired a while back from a job I thought I'd be at for a while. And now it turns out that there was sort of a federal type job and all those people are getting fired, but I had already been released. So my mindset right now is different from what it would have been if I'd have been in this stuff right now. I'm already, that release months ago was a blessing for me to be in the position that I am in now. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not in panic mode. And so I was like, wow, this is what I'm saying. This world is crazy. Everything we think we want to do, it may not be the best thing for us. And so I was telling my friend, I said, you know what if I do have to go back to Texas? And she was like, you don't like Texas. I said, it's not that I don't like it. I just prefer Los Angeles. That's the difference. I prefer LA. I said, but in my mindset right now, in my thought process right now, I would be a totally different person than I would have been if I'd stayed there or gone back at a different time. And so one thing I love about my friends, they know how to add the positive additive that I need because they know how I am. And so she said, you know what? You sure would be right because now you have your social media, you have your cameras, you have your equipment, and you would just be outside anyway, filming and shooting stuff and finding more people out there, all your old friends, and y'all would be doing some type of productions. And I was like, you know what? See, that's why I like y'all. That's why I love you. That's the kind of rebuttal that I need, a positive rebuttal. And it just made me smile. And so lately, all of my people in my close circle, and now some newer people, the conversations we have, oh my God, I wish they could be recorded and shared sometimes because they're so magical. But then I wouldn't want y'all to hear it because sometimes I like preserving my conversations just for me. I like to be selfish about them and embellish it and know that I have this type of love and support from my people. And so, yeah, I wouldn't share that. I want to keep that in my own memory, mind, Rolodex, spirit to myself. Sorry, y'all, but I love them. Also, even I'll tell you, baby, my people, they ain't letting me fall by the wayside. They not. And I was talking to actually almost all of them about the same situation. And I was like, I'm living in this delusion and I feel like I'm living in this delusion and in this out of body experience. And they was like, no, you're not. Everything you said made sense. And I said, it did. They was like, yeah, you don't give yourself enough credit. You're the most analytical thinking person ever. You don't just say stuff, normally and blurt out stuff and it be ridiculous or out the pocket or things like that. You're a very analytical and critical thinker, and you don't realize how good you are at it. And I was like, oh. And so it was like within a week, all of them had really said the same thing to me about me. And I was sitting there like, Y'all really do kind of know me, huh? And they were like, girl, you need to shut up. You know how you are. You know how you are. There is nothing wrong with you. You've just had a lot of different circumstances in your life. And they were all like, and your butt still live in LA. You need to shut up because you do it better than you think. You do it better than most people. And I was like, wow, I guess you have a point. I guess you have a point. And they were all like, if you have to go back somewhere, go to Houston, something happens due to what's going on with the government and all this stuff, you gonna be all right because that's who you are. And I said, you know what? You sure are right. You sure are right. And so I just want to tell y'all now from living proof, okay, the gospel truth, everything is not as bad as it seems. It's not. Everything is not as bad as it seems. And so it's up to you to go find the sunshine and the joy and the laughter and the smile in the storm, okay? Because it's out there. It's out there. And that's what I'm going to leave y'all with today. So remember, no matter what struggles you are going through, there is a way out of it. You may not want to do the work to get out of them, but you have to do the work to get out of them. You may be tired of doing it to get out of it, but you have to do it to get out of it. There's no shortcut to get out of the struggle. There's no shortcut. You have to go all in, and you can do that. I've done it too many times to even share. Okay? I've done it a lot. You see me, I'm still here, and you're going to be okay. Thank you for watching, y'all. Please hit that subscribe button. Please leave a like, leave a comment, share this channel with your friends. Y'all tune in for my YouTube lives on Saturdays. I appreciate you. Take care.